Good morning. My name is Becca, and this is my colleague Samantha. Candidate A, what is your name?
Good morning, my name is Gwyneth Peñarrera. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And where do you live?
I live in Chillos Valley, near Quito. It's a peaceful area with a lot of greenery around it. The weather is usually a little cold, but I really like living there.
Candidate B, what is your name?
Hello, my name is Ligia Miranda. I'm very happy to be here today.
And where do you live?
I live in Amaguaña with my 3 children. It's a quiet area surrounded by a lot of vegetation. There aren't many shops close to my home, but I really enjoy the peaceful atmosphere.
Thank you. Candidate B, do you work or are you a student?
Actually, I do both. I work part-time in the Human Resources Department of a security company, and I'm also studying for my undergraduate in economics.
A, do you work or are you a student?
I do both. I'm 22 years old. I'm a math student at Central University, and I also teach English. My schedules can be quite busy, but I enjoy both activities because I love learning and helping other people learn.
Thank you. Candidate A, tell us about your house.
I live in a large and bright apartment with my family. It's in a very quiet area and there is a lot of vegetation around us. I really like the natural light in the apartment. There are many shops nearby, but the neighborhood is peaceful and it makes it a very comfortable place to live.
Candidate B, how do you get to school or work every day?
I usually go to work by bus because I live in Amaguaña. I try to leave home early because traffic can sometimes be quite heavy. On the way, I usually listen to music or the news, so the journey feels shorter.
A, do you enjoy shopping?
Yes, I do, but I don't spend hours at shopping centers. I usually shop for clothes, books, or useful things for university. I prefer buying things that I really need instead of shopping just for fun.
Candidate B, do you think you have a healthy diet?
I try to have healthy diet. I usually eat home cooked meals, vegetables and fruit, and I drink plenty of water. Of course, when I'm very busy, I sometimes eat something quick, but I try to keep a good balance.
Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, I'd like each of you to talk on your own about something. I'm going to give each of you a photograph, and I'd like you to describe it. Candidate A, here is your photograph. It shows people at work. Candidate B, you just listen. Candidate A, please tell us what you can see in the photograph.
The picture seems to have been taken in a modern workplace, probably an office. The place looks bright, organized, and quite comfortable, and I can see work equipment and desks around the room. There are several adults working together. They seem to be colleagues, and I think they're discussing something related to their job. Some of them appear to be looking at information or working with a computer. The people look professional, focused, and interested in what they are doing. But the atmosphere also seems friendly and relaxed. They are wearing smart, casual clothes such as shirts, blouses, and comfortable office clothes. In my opinion, they are probably working on the same project because they seem to be sharing ideas. Overall, it looks like a positive and collaborative working environment.
Thank you. Candidate B, here is your photograph. It shows children at school. Candidate A, you just listen. Candidate B, please tell us what you can see in the photograph.
This picture was probably taken in a classroom or a nursery. The rooms look very bright, colorful, and cheerful. In the background, I can see shelves with toys, books, and different classroom materials. There are several young children sitting around a round wooden table, and they are painting and drawing. They are using brushes, paper, and different colors. There is also an adult woman who is probably their teacher. She is watching the children and helping them with the activity. She looks friendly, patient, and relaxed, while the children seem very concentrated and happy. The teacher is wearing a bright blue sweater. One boy is wearing a white t-shirt, and a girl on the left is wearing a pink shirt. I think it's a very positive learning environment because the children are learning while being creative and having fun.
Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'm going to describe a situation to you. A young man is going to visit London for the weekend. Here are some things he could take with him in his suitcase. Talk together about the different things he could take and say which would be the most important. All right? Now, talk together.
Okay, so he's going to London just for the weekend. I think the first thing he definitely needs is his passport. Without it, he can't travel internationally. What do you think?
I completely agree. His passport is essential. I also think he should take some money or a bank card. He'll need to pay for transport, food, and maybe some activities.
That's true. What about clothes? I think a warm jacket would be useful because the weather in London can change quickly.
Yes, definitely. And I go choose comfortable shoes as well. He will probably walk a lot while visiting the city. So good shoes could make the trip much more enjoyable.
That's a good point. I also think his phone is extremely useful. He could use it for maps, transportation, I don't know, information, messages, and of course, photos.
Exactly, but if taking his phone, he must remember his charger. Or perhaps a portable battery. A phone without power isn't very useful.
That's true. There's also a camera. He could take one because London has many beautiful places, but personally, I don't think it's essential.
Neither do I. For a short weekend trip, a good smartphone is probably not. A camera could only take up more space in his suitcase.
What about a guidebook or a map?
It could be useful, especially if he doesn't have internet. But again, I think his phone can do most of that.
So, if we have to choose the most important things, I would say his passport, money or bank card, his phone, and some suitable clothes.
I agree, but if we have to choose only one, the passport is definitely the most important because without it, the trip cannot even begin.
Exactly, so we both agree the passport is number one.
Thank you. Candidate A, do you enjoy traveling to other countries?
Yes, definitely. I really enjoy traveling because it gives me the opportunity to discover new cultures, meet different people, and try different food. I also think traveling is a great way to practice languages. For me, it's not only a holiday, it's also a learning experience.
Candidate B, what about you?
If I could travel anywhere, I would love to visit Italy, especially Rome and Florence. I'm interested in history, architecture, and culture. And of course, I would love to try authentic Italian food. I think walking through to the historic cities would be an unforgettable experience.
Candidate B, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Okay, so I would love to visit Japan. I'm very interested in the combination of modern technology and traditional culture there. As a medical student, I will also find it interesting to see how hospitals and universities work. And of course, I would really like to try Japanese food, original Japanese food.
What kind of things can we learn when we travel to other countries?
I think we can learn much more than just facts about another country. We can learn about traditions, food, languages, and different ways of life. We also become more independent because we have to communicate, find places, and solve small problems by ourselves.
I agree with Gwyneth. I also think traveling helps us understand other people better. We can see how families live, how people work, and what is important in their culture. It can make us more open-minded and respectful of different ways of thinking.
What things are absolutely essential to take with you when traveling abroad?
For me, the most important things are my passport, my identification, and my bank card. I will also take my phone, of course, a charger, and a portable battery because I use my phone for maps and communication. Finally, I would take any personal medication I might need.
I agree about the documents and phone. I will also take some cash for an emergency and comfortable clothes and shoes. I think it's important to travel light because carrying too many things can make the journey more difficult. I prefer taking only what I really need.
Thank you. That is the end of the test.